All right, we're back for the next quarterfinal match of this Monte-Carlo Masters. We just got Fokina making the semis. Winner of this will take on Fokina. FILS Alcaraz, never played before, first time meeting. Let's have a look at the preview because these two guys have both been impressive this week. So, you can see there that it hasn't updated. Hang on, let me check. Fokina is into the semis. There you go, David Fokina. He'll take on the winner of this match. We've got Tsitsipas, Musetti, and also Dimitrov and Demonor playing later today. Straight after these matches, in fact. So we're going to watch them as well. But, yeah, winner of this match is going to take on the former finalist. The FILS, world number 15. He's 20 years old from France. 6'1" right-handed. 11 wins and 6 losses on the year. He's got no titles this year, but he has got 3 career titles. And his form has been solid. And apparently, according to the internet and history, that he is the youngest player. He is the youngest player to make the quarterfinals of the first 3 1,000 events of the year. So that's impressive. Carlos Alcaraz, world number 3, 21 years old from Spain. He is 6 foot tall, right-handed, 15 wins, 4 losses on the year. No, 1 title this year. That was in Rotterdam. 17 career titles. His form's been good. And apparently Alcaraz is only missing a quarterfinal of Rome to complete the set of quarterfinals between slams and 1000s. So both of these guys at such a young age are ticking boxes. They're ticking all the boxes. All right. Let's watch these players come out on court and see who's going to play Fokina in a day's time, because this time tomorrow, the semifinals. All right. Here we go. Here we go. How we doing, chat? Are we ready? By the way, FILS wins this title. I think he's in the top 10, maybe? So he's playing for a lot today. And the winner of this will like their chances of making the final, I think, after seeing that Fokina is in there instead of someone like a Djokovic, which could have been in there. All right, players are ready to walk out of court. FILS put up a fight, but I think Alcaraz will take him in 2. Okay. All right, FILS coming out first. Guys, this feels like a big... chat. I know I've said this a lot this year because it's happened a lot, and it feels like it's happened a lot because it probably has happened a lot. This... I don't know. This kind of feels like we could be watching this match maybe in a quarterfinal of Roland Garros this year, or maybe even down the track, maybe even a semi or a final of a slam. It feels like this is the first of many. This has got an interesting energy about it. Let's see how FILS does in his first time playing Alcaraz, who is the best of his generation at the moment. The best of the generation is Alcaraz, and FILS, let's see how he stacks up. FILS looks strongest. 20-year-old looks like a stronger 20-year-old. Yeah. I mean, he is. This match feels significant. I agree. This match, that's a good way of putting it. This match does feel significant. Kind of like, I guess, again, like the FILS. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of matches, right? Any match between guys that are under 23 years old feel like big matches, especially when it's their first match. It kind of feels like the Draper-Alcaraz rivalry a little bit as well. It's like that's significant every time they play. Obviously, Sinner-Alcaraz is a huge rivalry at the moment. But, yeah, it just feels like, this match, Musetti-Alcaraz, Shelton-Sinner, all these kind of matches that we get between these guys that are sort of under 23. It's like, okay, what are we watching? We watch, especially this one, which is 20 versus 21, right? What are we? When are we going to see these guys? Are they going to play, a slam final eventually? Like, what's going on? FILS is very overrated. How do you mean? How so? How is he overrated? I'm going to start questioning everybody who says the word overrated. How is he overrated? You tell me right now. Alcaraz will lose today. We'll be done in 4 slams. Oh, so you're an idiot. Okay, so you're dumb. You said 2 stupid things at the same time. Cool. So FILS is overrated and you think Alcaraz will never win another slam. Cool. So who's your favorite player? So who's your favorite player? By the way, who was in the last stream when we're talking about Alcaraz's achievements, and then all the people that weren't there are the ones that are shitting on Alcaraz now? The ones that are in the chat now that are talking trash about Alcaraz obviously weren't in the last stream, or they were, and they were quietly sitting there like, oh no, he's actually really good. Oh no. Oh no. Go look at his Wikipedia and you come back and tell me that Alcaraz sucks, all right? You come back and tell me that Alcaraz is no good. You go look at his Wikipedia page. You look at all the green. Look at all the wins. You go tell me Alcaraz isn't good when you come back from that, all right? Feel free to eat humble pie on the way, all right? You go back and watch that. You go read that, and then you come back here, and you tell me, you look me in the face and you say, yeah, Alcaraz is really bad. He's overrated, he sucks, he's not that good. You tell me that, you say that to my face. You try and do that. I dare you. Go on. You got to do a little bit of homework. Come on. You're going to start calling someone terrible. You got to do some homework. Prove it. Prove it. I need proof. I'm not taking this shit anymore. FILS, by the way, he's beaten Grigspor, Kaboli, Rublev. All guys that are, Rublev's not in the greatest form, but the other 2 guys were coming off last week playing really well on clay, so FILS is playing well. Getting those wins is huge. I can see Alcaraz wanting to teach a lesson to a younger player, but FILS may be too good. Too good for it, not to be tight. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go, chat. I don't know. I feel like this could go a couple of ways. That's what makes this interesting. Like, I feel like this could, that FILS could get a lot of free points from Alcaraz because Alcaraz might hit a lot of errors. Alcaraz has been hitting errors. We saw that match against the first set against Cerundolo. He was making a ton of errors. He cleaned it up a little bit yesterday, but Alcaraz wasn't playing the best tennis in the first set of the first match. And if FILS is FILS can be fire too. We've seen FILS play some crazy tennis. When he's on, he's scary. So, I don't know. That's what makes this so intriguing because it's just 2 young show entertainers. They both like to do a tweener. They both like to hit a highlights. I feel like FILS is a little bit more erratic than Alcaraz. Alcaraz is maybe a little less, and also a bit more emotional than Alcaraz. Like FILS will get down on himself if he starts losing, stuff like that. But if FILS starts to win, shit. This could be crazy. We could see some of the best highlights of the week, and we've already seen some good highlights. This could be some fire. Alcaraz is habituated to errors. That's why I think he has done 4 slams. That's why I think he has done 4 slams. He has won 4 slams, or he is done at 4 slams. What are you trying to say? Are you saying that Alcaraz is never going to win another slam, or are you saying that that's why he... I don't understand. You lost me. All right. Oh, you don't think he's going to win another slam? God. That's crazy. That's crazy. That you don't think Alcaraz is going to win another slam. That's crazy. I wish you could bet. I wish you would bet on that, and you would put because you can just say whatever you want, right? And just be like, oh well, I guess I was wrong. You can just say whatever you want, and there's no ramifications. But I wish you could. If you strongly believe that Alcaraz has done it 4 slams, I want you to do something about it. I want you to either put money on it or do something that like holds you to that, because that is a crazy statement. But you're just going to get away with it like an anonymous person on the internet always does. And you're going to disappear if he wins another one and never going to be... Oh no, I meant 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I want you to be held accountable for that. I don't know how, but... Because that's crazy. That's a crazy statement. He's got 4 slams at 21. You think he's done? Unless he has a career-ending injury, he's going to win more than one. More than one more. Anyways, Alcaraz got the first point. 15 love. Madness, chat. Madness! Why are you watching Alcaraz if you don't like him? As it a 4 on Alcaraz on the stretch? Feast. Inside our forehand winner, 15-0. Now we need to lock the hell in. We got to lock the hell in because this match is important. None of this debating whether or not Alcaraz is good or not, because that's a stupid argument, because he is. He's great. He's a Hall of Famer. He's done some of the craziest shit we've never seen. Right? He's the youngest player to do so many things. Youngest Channel Slam, youngest world number 1, 4 slams, 4 finals. He's lost 1 final out of 10 big finals in his career. I mean, come on now. We need to lock in, because we don't need to argue whether or not Alcaraz is good, because like 3 people think he's bad and you bumped your head. All right? Feast is going to make this interesting. 15-0 as Feast returns into the forehand of Alcaraz. Feast backhand. Into the backhand of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz hits it out. 15-30. Here we go. $15-30. $15-30. As Alcaraz serves. A fault, second serve. Justin, that's funny. All right, serve. Into the back of the Feast, Feast in the net. 30-all. 30-all, chat. This is an important match in this... In the new era of tennis, this is an important match. This is what... These are the players that are going to shape the next decade. Alcaraz has already started shaping the decade. He's the king of the decade at the moment. But Feast is also a contender. And that's what makes this match so important. As Alcaraz hits it out 30-40. Is Feast Alcaraz going to be a Sinner-Alcaraz rivalry? That's what we're going to find out a little bit today. Is this going to be another one of those rivalries? You know, that Rune is in that conversation too, right? Feast is in that generation as well. We got these matches, all these matches. First break point of the day already. And Alcaraz double faults and Feast breaks. Sloppy start by Carlos. Feast takes the break. I love Feast's strut. Like, I know people are going to not like Feast because he's arrogant or he comes off as arrogant. But I love Feast for that. Like, we need more players that walk around with their chest puffed out, knowing how good they are, and not giving a shit who they play. They're like, who are you? 4 Grand Slam champion Alcaraz? Okay, yeah, well, whoever you are. Like, we need more of that. We need more players. Not everybody, because then it'll just get a little bit boring. But we need more players that know they're good at tennis, and they walk around, they strut. And Feast is one of those guys. He struts around. He doesn't care what you say. You doing it anyway. This man is good at tennis, and he knows it. And he's just broken Alcaraz in the first game. 1 love. And the return now from Alcaraz goes in the forehand of Feast. Feast in the net. Love 15. All right, love 15. Serve again from Feast. And as a return goes out by Alcaraz. 15-all. 15-all. Serve. In the back of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net. 30-15. Feast serves again. As the return goes wide by Alcaraz, 40-15. FILS is probably thinking this is too easy at the moment. It's getting all the free points. All right, 40-15. $40-15. Double fault.
Get myself in there.
I want to know. Somebody asked a question about there's more FILS fans in the chat. I want to know. Because I think a lot of people in the chat, I reckon a lot of people here are just neutral and just interested to see what's going to happen. I don't think there might be a lot of Carlos and a lot of FILS fans, but I think a lot more people are neutral here. We're just here to watch to see what the hell this looks like, because it's just interesting to see what is this match? What is this matchup? I don't think maybe a little bit more Alcaraz just because he's more popular and people know him more, but I think there's going to be a lot more neutral people just kind of watching out of curiosity, People that are like are Sinner fans or, fans of Djokovic, just kind of going, oh, what's this all about? What's this match going to be like? Curiosity, Advantage FILS. I'm a Sinner fan, but I'm neutral. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are just kind of interested in seeing what this match looks like. They might just from a tennis point of view, because I think this is a big. I think this is a big match. This is a big match for what could be happening over the next 5 to 10 years. All right, advantage FILS. As FILS serves. Fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Alcaraz. Return. Nope. Double fault.
Get myself in there.
FILS might be a little nervous playing Carlos for the first time. Which makes total sense. All right, so most people, almost 47% Alcaraz, 30% neutral, okay, and then 21% FILS. That makes sense. But it's interesting. There's a lot of people that are just sort of. This is curious. This is a curious match, right? Let's see what FILS has got. He hits the forehand line. Slice. Alcaraz goes in. FILS forehand inside out. Alcaraz backhand lob. FILS going to put away the smash. Advantage FILS. Advantage FILS to take a 2-love lead. All right, FILS serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve in the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes back to FILS. Alcaraz forehand. Into the forehand of FILS on the stretch. Alcaraz on the attack. But he hits a drop shot. It's too good. Back to deuce. I'll tell you this, chat. If you're Alcaraz, it's not so much proving anything for him today, but it's also kind of like shutting down FILS a little bit and being like, you know what? I know you're good and we've never played before, and people are talking about you as you've made quarterfinals. You're the youngest player to make the quarterfinals of Indian Wells, Miami, Monte-Carlo back to back. But also, I've won 4 slams. I'm 21 years old. I'm the young king here, right? You wait your turn. I feel like this might be a little bit of a chance for Alcaraz to kind of flex and be like, I'm the best of this generation. I'm the king. You need to sit down. Like, I think that just sort of bully FILS a little bit if he can. Obviously, FILS is trying to, he's trying to take down the king, but I don't know. I feel like feel like this is a chance for Alcaraz to be, no. Mensik won. Okay, Mensik won at Miami, whatever. FILS is doing stuff, but I'm the young kid here. I'm the young gun. It's me. This is my tour. All right. 2-love FILS. Good start. This is a moment for King Arthur. That's a good one. King Arthur versus King Carlos. Spain v France. I'm sure there's some history between them. There's a bit of fault second serve. Stop saying Alcaraz is the best. Sinner's the best. Yeah, but Sinner's 23. I'm talking about the best 21 or under. The best young gun. 23 is like not 21. Anyways, double fault.
Myself in there.
Love 15. Love 15. Alcaraz serves again. Into the form of FILS, but it's a let. As the return goes into the forehand of FILS, back into Alcaraz down the line, goes wide. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for FILS to get a double break to start this match. Love 30. As FILS hits a return out, 15-30. As we return now, goes out by FILS, and it's 30-all. Do you miss watching Sinner play tournaments? You know what I miss? I miss having legitimate upsets. And I feel like the only upset that we can have at the moment is if Sinner loses a match. Because everybody else has been losing so consistently that it's not really an upset. It doesn't feel like an upset when Djokovic loses or Alcaraz lost, or Zverev, right? I miss feeling like shocked at results. We're shocked when somebody wins, but not really. But when somebody loses, we're kind of like, oh, bummer. Whereas, like, I miss Sinner playing because if somebody beats Sinner, it feels like it would mean something. Like, it would be real. Like, it would be like an earthquake around the tennis world if Sinner played and he lost the match. I don't want Sinner to lose. I don't want him to come back and lose. I'm not saying that. It just doesn't feel the same when one of these other guys loses. As we're backing up for FILS down the line, that's a winner. FILS is on fire. 3-love. He says, sorry that I'm so good. 3-love FILS. You know what I mean, chat? Like, I don't feel like we've had like an earth-shattering upset this year. Like, I mean, what's been the biggest upset of the season so far? Maybe, Djokovic has lost that many matches this year. It doesn't feel like the first time he lost, we were like, oh my God. And then after that, it's kind of like, eh. Like, it just doesn't feel like we've had that many like upsets because it's all too common that something happens. Sinner losing will be upset of the year. Whoever he loses to, whenever it is. Just by the fact that it's Jannik Sinner, he hasn't lost, Yeah, everyone's beatable right now, which is, again, doesn't feel like it. Maybe Mensik beating Djokovic in the final of Miami, but even that, we kind of went, yeah, but also, if Mensik beats Sinner, we would have all been losing our minds, right? So I don't know. So I want Sinner to come back so that way we can... First of all, I think if Sinner comes back, everyone will raise their game because they have to. Because if you're going to play like this against Sinner, you're never going to win. Like, Sinner's going to take everything and you're never going to get anything. But I think Sinner will raise the bar because while he's gone, the level of tennis on the ATP since he's been gone has gone backwards. Players have come up, right? Draper, Mensik, FILS. But Zverev and Alcaraz haven't gotten better. They're kind of stalled, right? Whereas Sinner being around will force everyone to get better, including the top guys, including the top 5. So I miss him for that as well because he raises the bar. When he's not here, the bar is Zverev. Who is the bar? Who's everyone trying to be when he's not here? So I think I miss that. you know. And I think a lot of us were hoping that when Sinner left, that maybe, you know, Zverev or Alcaraz or Djokovic would all just like, would take advantage and raise the bar, but they haven't yet. So I want Sinner to come back for those reasons, right? That if, you know, that hopefully everyone else gets better because Sinner's there and he forces everyone to get better, but also if Sinner was to lose, that would be a significant moment this year. We haven't had that many moments this year, except for young players winning tournaments for the first time. You know, Draper, Indian Wells, and Mensik winning, and then, Sinner winning the Australian. I think that was it. They're the 3 moments of the year so far, right? I mean, maybe Djokovic beating Alcaraz at Australia too. It feels like we haven't had too many moments yet. Anyways, Feast, he's up a double break. 3 love. And love 15. He hits a drop shot in the net. Alcaraz is also missing Sinner, just like Borg is McEnroe missed Borg. Yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah. Kind of like Djokovic missing Nadal, maybe, you know? When your biggest rival's not around, you know, as Alcaraz hits a lovely winner, love 30. Alcaraz starting to get fired up too. Yeah, you know, maybe you're right. By the way, Alcaraz, that was a sick forehand. All right, love 30 as Feast serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes to the fort of Feast. Backing out from Alcaraz. Feast with a volley in the net. Love 40. Alcaraz to get one of the breaks back. Love 40. Love 40. Love 30. Love 40. 7 to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand from Feast down the line's a winner. He ripped that. 15-40. He smoked that backhand. 15-40. Serve again. As with a fault from Feast, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Great return. Feast with a slice forehand as Alcaraz forehand is a winner. And a big roar by Alcaraz. Oh, he's fired up. He's ready now. He gets one of the breaks back. Alcaraz took that personal. 3-1. 3-1. Alcaraz roars back. All right, 3-1. Whoa, Alcaraz got a serious face on today. He knows. He knows what we know. He knows. Ooh, Alcaraz angry today. He's aggressive today. No smiles. Backhand from Alcaraz and volley goes wide by Feast. Alcaraz smacked it at Feast as well. 15 love. Ooh, get ready, chat. It's going to be fun. 15 love. $15 love. Serve again. There's a fault from Alcaraz. Second serve. He double faults Alcaraz. 15-all.
Get myself in there.
15-all. Serve again. Serve in the forehand of Feast. Return gets back into Alcaraz. Feast. Backhand to the backhand of Alcaraz. And Alcaraz hits it out. 15-30. 15-30. Remember, Juan Carlos Ferreira is not here this week. I don't know why, but he's not. Not that it's mattered much when he's not around. I'm going to serve in the back and a face. Return goes out. 30-all. 30-all. Serve again. Into the forehand of Feast. Return goes short in the forehand of Alcaraz. Feast can't get that one. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Serve again. As the return goes in the drop shot of Alcaraz. Too good. All right, Alcaraz holds. 3-2 Feast with a break. But Alcaraz is starting to play some tennis. All right. How we doing, chap? How are we doing? Ever since Alcaraz got greedy asking for that obscene amount of appearance fee, he hasn't been the same player. Cool. Love the racket shape by Alcaraz? Yeah. You know he gets serious when he's shaking that racket. Carl settled into the match now. Yep. If Alcaraz loses this match, do you think Tsitsipas will win his fourth Monte-Carlo title? He'll be the favorite for sure. He'll definitely be the favorite. I feel like, I mean, look, it's Alcaraz, Tsitsipas, and then maybe Musetti in that order, right? To win the title. Maybe. I mean, Musetti winning Monte Carlo wouldn't be super random. But yeah. Doesn't Carlos always lose against Tsitsipas? No, he never loses against Tsitsipas. It's the other way around. Tsitsipas can't beat Carlos ever. Unfortunately for Steph. It's a big problem. Musetti's never beaten Tsitsipas either, so you'd say, yeah, if Musetti beats Tsitsipas and Alcaraz goes down today, you'd say Musetti's probably the favorite at that point. Maybe Feast and Musetti can share the favorite, but yeah. All right, 15 love. 15 love. As Feast serves again. Watching from Paris. Hey, what's up? 15 love, second serve. Forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes back into Feast. Feast in the net. 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. First serve is a fault from Feast. Second serve. And the return from Alcaraz goes in the back of the Fokina. Sorry, Feast. I read the chat. 15-30, that goes out by Feast. Fokina's playing tomorrow against the winner of this. All right, 15-30. Chance for Alcaraz to get back on serve. 15-30. As a default second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of FILS. FILS in the net. 15-40. Alcaraz to get back on serve. FILS had a good start. 3-love, but Alcaraz has limited the errors. And now we're here. 15-40. As he serves a fault. Second serve, FILS. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz forehand, can't get it. FILS hits a winner, and he starts to yell. 30-40. Still a break point for Alcaraz to get back on serve. 30-40. He's with a serve again. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. FILS backhand. Into the slice of Alcaraz. FILS forehand down the line. Alcaraz going to get there on the stretch, but it's in the net. FILS gets the deuce. And FILS just starts yelling. I love that. Okay. He's getting fired up now, FILS. No, we get the deuce. FILS is starting to chirp back. They're not yelling at each other, by the way. They're just firing themselves up, but they're getting fired up, these guys. Backhand return goes in the back of the FILS. FILS in the net. Advantage Alcaraz, and he shakes the fist. Advantage Alcaraz. To get back on serve. First serve is a fault. Second serve. And the return from Alcaraz just goes out. We're back to deuce. Back to deuce. As we just serve into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes in the forehand of FILS. FILS in the net. Advantage Alcaraz. To get back on serve here, Carlos. Advantage Alcaraz. Fourth break point of the game. Into the fault by FILS. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes back into FILS. Alcaraz can't get that one. FILS apologizes because I think he might have got a little bit lucky off the tape. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Lovely backhand for free. Oh, I think he shanked it. Was it off the bottom of the racket? He didn't mean to hit it that good. Bit of a shanked angle. As we just serve out wide as a fault from FILS. Second serve. As the return goes in, the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz forehand again, the forehand of FILS. As Alcaraz forehand. Again, the forehand of FILS to the backhand of Alcaraz. But Alcaraz overhits it. Advantage FILS. To keep one of the breaks. Advantage FILS. All right, advantage FILS to go to 4-2. As a default, second serve. Second serve. Oof, double fault. That second serve was almost into the crowd. Back to deuce.
Get myself
Oof.
in there.
Oof. That second serve went flying wide. Serve again. As the return goes in the corner, FILS. Great shot, FILS. And Alcaraz cannot get it. Advantage, FILS. Advantage, FILS. Advantage, FILS. So you got a 4-2, keep that break. He says a fault second serve. Serve to the fault of Alcaraz's turn. Goes out and FILS holds. 4-2. 4-2 as he shakes the racket, FILS. That was a tough hold. Needed that hold as well because he was up 3-love double break, cruising, and then that would have been a tough one if he had lost that as well. All right. FILS. 4-2 first set. All right. As Alcaraz says a fault. Second serve. As that goes out by Alcaraz. FILS too good. Love 15. Hey, Azza, thank you for the 34 months. Thanks for sticking around. So wait, you'll be at 3 years at the French, I think? Crazy. Some of you have been here for years, which is crazy. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz, forehand from FILS. Into the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. FILS, forehand. As Alcaraz back in again, the forehand of FILS. FILS shanks it long. 15-0. $15-all. Serve again. Serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand out from FILS. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. FILS forehand. To the backhand again of Alcaraz. FILS with the backhand. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz. It's a winner down the line. Lovely shot by Carlos.
Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable.
30-15. Massive backhand winner. 30-15. Serving to the backhand of FILS. And then Alcaraz back into the net. 30-all. Chance for FILS to get that double break again. $30-all. Serve. Into the forehand of FILS. Forehand from Alcaraz to the backhand of FILS. Alcaraz forehand of the stretch. FILS. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz, who goes in the line of the backhand of FILS. Alcaraz backhand. Into this backhand of FILS on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand cross. FILS gets it. But he slices it wide. 40-30. 40-30. All right, serve again. And Alcaraz with a great serve. And a big vamos as well. Alcaraz holds. Still one break for FILS, 4-3. Okay. How we doing, chat? What's up? What's going on? What is going on? By the way, winner of this match plays against Fokina, who took out Poprin earlier today. Pretty easily, unfortunately for me. But Poppy just ran out of gas. And Fokina knows how to play and win here. It's probably the match of the tournament so far. Yeah, I would say it would be considered match of the tournament. The most important match so far this week, I think. Do you think Alcaraz is different after the Olympics? No, because after Wimbledon last year, he was also different. So, I mean, after the Cincinnati final in 2023, he was also not winning everything. So I don't think you can blame the Olympics. I think he just 2 years in a row hasn't done well. Hasn't won the Australian Open. Hasn't done as well at the Australian Open as maybe people expect. Like lost to Zverev, lost to Djokovic in the quarters. He didn't play clay this year, which before, like in February, but when he played, he won Rotterdam. So, I mean, that's a plus. He didn't do great at the US Open, which was not like 2023 where he made the semis. But then he lost to Medvedev and everyone thought that was a bad loss. So I don't think, I mean, look, Alcaraz fans are not panicking because they know better. The people that are like, questioning Alcaraz are probably not, I wouldn't say they're haters, but I think they're maybe not his fans because I think his fans realize that he's only 21, he's still getting better. He's not perfect yet. I think the people that are like judging Alcaraz, for the most part, people who are judging him are probably don't like him as much. Being like, he's not the same since the Olympics. Yeah, but he did win. He has won a title, and he has, made the quarterfinals of Australia. That's not bad. He's had some strange losses, but like I said, at the end of end of 2023, he also wasn't. He didn't have a great end of 2023 either, post-Cincinnati, which people would say Cincinnati was the problem. And then he started winning again. Everyone went, see, he's actually good now. So I don't know. I don't think you need to worry about Alcaraz that much. Besides that, lost to Van der Zandschulp, which, in hindsight, after Van der Zandschulp beat Djokovic and Nadal since that time, maybe it wasn't that bad of a loss. I don't think people need to freak out too much. Love 30. Alcaraz a chance to get the breaks back. Or the break back. Love 30. Has a default second serve. There's a bit of serve into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand now from Feast into the backhand of Alcaraz. Feast forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz again. Feast to the backhand again, the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Feast. Alcaraz forehand dead on the line as Feast gets it with the forehand of his own. They go forehand to forehand now. Backhand for Alcaraz dead on the line. It's a great shot. Feast slicing the net. Love 40. All right, Alcaraz just picking it up. Love 40. Alcaraz to take back the break and level up this first set. Oh yeah, Alcaraz also won Beijing beating Sinner last year. Yeah, people forget that too. People forget how good Alcaraz was against Sinner, or is against Sinner, and want to just focus on other stuff. Anyways, love 40. Backhand goes into the front of Feast. Feast down the line. Alcaraz gets on the stretch and hits a cross-court winner. Alcaraz is back on serve. He was down 3-love. He's back at 4-4. Okay, Carlos gets back on serve. What a forehand on the stretch. Just whips it cross-court. Feast then shanks it into the crowd, and somebody... Feast has tried to hit the people in the crowd so many times this week by accident. You wonder if it's an accident. The amount of shanks he's hit into the crowd this week, I wouldn't be sitting in the front row. 4-0. We're back on serve. Alcaraz serves. Into the forehand of FILS. Return the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS. Cross forehand in the net. 15 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz forehand in the net. 15-all. As Alcaraz serves again. There's another fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand is... Oh, sorry, first serve was a let. Second serve. So that's a double fault. Oof.
Myself in there.
Alcaraz trying to hit a big second serve. 15-30. 15-30. Chance for FILS to break. And then serve for the set. As the return goes into the backhand of Alcaraz, FILS gets the point. Alcaraz overhits it. On the backhand, it's 15-40. FILS to get the break. By this point, you think FILS needs the first set even more. After being up 3-love and playing Alcaraz, I mean, he needs the first set even more now. If he was to go on to lose this set, it would be really painful for him. And I don't know if he'd recover. $15-40 as Alcaraz serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve in the forehand of FILS. Return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS on the attack. Goes cross-court again. Alcaraz gets it, but it's in the nets. And now FILS gets the break, and he's going to serve for the set. All right, FILS gets fired up as well. He knows how important this set is. All right, 5-4 FILS. He's going to serve for the set. He has been in front the entire set. King Arthur. King Arthur. That's it. King Arthur. All right. Terrible match. I mean, a lot of breaks, yeah. But it's been... I mean, look, if you're looking at from a stats point of view, yeah, it's a terrible match. But it's been a pretty intense match. Very, very intense. Which you can understand that both these guys are maybe feeling a little pressure on the serves. But from a statistical point of view, yeah, it is a horrible match. Sorry, terrible match. That's what you said. But it's not a terrible match when you talk about the stakes we're playing for here. It's a very intense match. This ain't boring. Alcaraz lately gives up the first. That's his warm-up. Okay. But we'll see if he can afford to do that today. You know? All right. FILS going to serve for the first set. A 5-4 to FILS. FILS serves. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz. As FILS forehand down the line. Alcaraz gets it. FILS forehand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of FILS. As Alcaraz with the forehand inside out. FILS gets it. Goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS with another forehand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz down the line. Great shot. FILS gets it on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand is a drop shot. FILS is going to get there with a slice. Alcaraz volleys it away. And FILS with a forehand down the line is going to be too good. Is it? Wait. Is it out? I think Alcaraz is saying I didn't touch it and it went wide. FILS just missed it. Love 15. That would have been a crazy shot. And I think the crowd think it's in, but it was just wide. And Alcaraz didn't, it was wide, and Alcaraz didn't hit it on the way through. He went for it, and he missed it, and then it went wide. So, lucky for Alcaraz. All right, love 15. As FILS serves. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz. It's FILS. Again to the backhand of Alcaraz. And Alcaraz in the net. 15-0. It was definitely wide, but because it was hit so fast, he could have easily mistaken that Alcaraz maybe touched it on the way through, but slow motion showed it was nowhere close. 15-0. $15-all. As FILS eventually hits it wide. 15-30. 15-30. What's up to Monte-Carlo? Yeah, Barcelona is next week. Stuttgart, Barcelona, and Munich. But Munich has fallen apart, so the big one is Barcelona for the men. As FILS hits it out, 15-40. And Stuttgart for the ladies is huge as well. All the top players are playing. Breakback points for Alcaraz. To get back on serve. $15-40. As FILS serves. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. Goes long. 30-40. 30-40. Still a breakback point for Alcaraz. As a return. Goes to the backhand of FILS. Alcaraz backhand slice. In the net. And we get to deuce. This crowd is definitely pro FILS. All right, deuce. There's definitely more people from Spain, from France in this crowd. And they're allowed. We get to deuce. Serve in the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes wide. Advantage FILS to take the first set. Advantage FILS. To take the first set, he serves. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Return to the backhand of FILS. Alcaraz falling on the stretch. FILS gets it. As Alcaraz hits the backhand cross. FILS is there with the backhand in the line. Alcaraz volleys. FILS gets it. With a slice. Alcaraz gets there, but FILS with a volley. Alcaraz volleys it away, though. Too good.
This is going to be on tennis TV, bro.
Saves it. Raises the fist, Alcaraz. We get back to deuce. Crazy rally again. These guys are playing some cool rallies. We get some fun rallies. All right, deuce. Great hitting by both. And I'll tell you what I love. I love that FILS just turned around and walked away. Like he's just like, whatever. Like he's not like clapping Alcaraz or, acknowledging that Alcaraz hit a good shot. As FILS hits a lovely winner down the line. And it's advantage FILS. And I said this earlier, I like that this is, FILS is just like, you know what? I don't need to tell you how good you are. I'm not going to celebrate you. You're my rival. I'm not giving you any credit. I like that from Feast. We need more of that. You know, there's too many high fives and everyone's having fun. No, Feast is out there to win, all right? Anyways, he's got another set point. Alcaraz hits a back forehand from Feast into the forehand of Alcaraz. It's Feast backhand. Into the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Feast forehand down the line. Alcaraz in trouble. He hits it back to the backhand of Feast, who hits a winner down the line. Wow! And Feast is like, come on! I thought you were on my side! The crowd stand up! Feast wins the first 6-4. All right! Let's see if Alcaraz can recover. But Arthur Feast has come to play 6-4. And he really did need that set. After being up 3-love, he was kicking ass. Really needed that set. All right, first set in the bag. It wasn't pretty. The quality of that set was not pretty, but it was intense, and that's what we love. 9 winners, 19 errors from Feast. 7 winners, 17 errors from Alcaraz. So both guys know the gravity of this match. They're not playing their best tennis, but it's close, and that's all that matters. It's not boring. All right. First set in the bag for Arthur Feast. Let's see if Alcaraz can fight back here. King Arthur. I love that name. That's so good. King Arthur. Now we have a match. Alcaraz needs to step up and show what he's made of. Yep. This goes back to Alcaraz now. He's got a lift. I love that Feast knows how to dig deep, yeah. And Alcaraz, Feast is not scared of Alcaraz, you know. He doesn't fear Alcaraz, you know. He knows he can match it with these guys, you know. He's got that confidence. And that guy's got those biceps. Jesus Christ. That could... Shit. Oh, jeez. He's the guy in the vest. That guy, he's ripped. That guy was ripped. That guy was ripped. Slow motion of that guy flexing. Excuse me? That scares. Whew. Okay. That guy was... Who the hell was that guy? That guy lives in the gym. All right. Alcaraz to serve first in the second. As Alcaraz serves. And the return from Feast goes out. 15-love. $15-love. Serve again. And the return goes in the fort of Alcaraz. But Alcaraz overhits it. 15-all. High quality. The future is so bright. Oh, yeah. These are the matches that we're going to get used to seeing. These, I wouldn't say this has been a high quality match. The stats would say that it hasn't been. But high intensity match. You know, this match feels very important. Whereas the last match we watched, it was a quarterfinal in Monte-Carlo, but it didn't have this sort of... It didn't feel like both guys had something to prove. Right? 15-30. Like, this definitely feels like Feast is trying to prove that, hey, I'm part of this generation as well, and you need to fear me. And Alcaraz is trying to prove that he's still the king of the young guns, you know? That he won't be beaten by someone younger than him, which he's never been beaten by anybody younger than him, Alcaraz. 15-30, second serve. Back in from Feast goes in the back of Alcaraz. Feast again to the back of Alcaraz. There's Feast with a forehand cross. Alcaraz gets it, but overhits it. 15-40. Feast to get the break. To start the second. $15.40. As he serves the back of the face, back into Alcaraz. Into the back of the face. Oh, he went for it. He missed it. Down the line wide by Fils. 30-40. Fils wants the towel. He points straight to the towel. He's like, give me that towel. Ball kid's giving the towel again. Welcome to the past. 30-40. As Alcaraz serves out wide. Fils returns it, but it's in the net. Alcaraz gets the deuce. And Alcaraz serves again. And the return goes out by Fils. Advantage Alcaraz. Serve again. From Alcaraz's default, second serve. Serve again. Into the back end of Fils. Slice from Alcaraz in the front of Fils. Alcaraz sliced. It's a drop shot. Fils going to get there. Alcaraz with a lob volley, but Fils is ready. Puts away the smash. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Serve again. By the way, we've got Demonor taking on Dimitrov straight after this. As we're back in return into the back of Alcaraz. Slice is good. Fils gets there with a slice, but Alcaraz all over the net with a backhand volley. And it's advantage Alcaraz to take the first game of the second. Yeah, this is the first time they've played. It's the first ever match. Which is why it's so interesting. You know? Advantage Alcaraz, second serve. Into the front of Fils. Return goes long. 1-love Alcaraz in the second. 1-0 Alcaraz in the second. All right. Cool. Serve from Fils now. As the return goes out by Alcaraz, 15-love. $15-love as we get a let from Fils. As with a serve. Into the back of Alcaraz. Backhand out from Fils. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the front of Fils. As Alcaraz backhand. Into the front of Fils. Cross court. Fils hits it wide. 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. There's a fault by Fils, second serve. As he hits it out, Alcaraz on the return. 30-15. 30-15. Serve to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand from FILS is a drop shot. Alcaraz can't get it. And it's 40-15. Alcaraz just missed it. 40-15. I'm going to show the replay anyway. Yeah, Alcaraz was just didn't get there. 40-15. Good call, umpire. As the return goes in the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz forehand. Again to the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz slice. Into the forehand of FILS. As Alcaraz forehand into the volley of FILS. FILS puts it away. 1-all. Chat, I'll tell you this. I know people say that like tennis hasn't got personalities, and tennis players, like there's a lot of players that don't have personality. FILS is not one of those players. He has a lot of personality. He is one of the. He's definitely got personality. 1-all. Alcaraz serves again. 1 hour played. There's a backhand in the net from FILS. 15 love. Love. Serving the forehand of FILS. FILS it's out. 30 love. Serve into the forehand of FILS. To the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS with the forehand down the line. Alcaraz backhand. To the backhand of FILS. FILS hits it wide. 40 love. FILS has got major swag and blessed with good looks. My favourite young player. Hey, Eleanor. Love that for you. 40 love. This could be one of the easiest service games we've had all day. Cue the deuce game that goes for 10 minutes. First serve is a fault by Alcaraz. Second serve. Into the backhand of FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz. It's FILS with the forehand. Slice. But he pushed it long. All right. 2-1. That had to have been the easiest game of the match so far. For either man on serve. Okay. FILS, when mad, can get very vocal and emotional. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a cost him matches, but today he's been keeping his cool. FILS, he's been keeping his cool. I mean, he hasn't had anything to be upset about. He's been up. He's been winning this match for the entire match, pretty much. Alcaraz will still win unless he's having a very bad day. Yeah, I still think Alcaraz is going to win, but yeah, it's great to see FILS. Remember the first time they played, they've never played before. It's great to see FILS putting up a fight against Alcaraz. Alcaraz destroy him love and 1 now? You reckon? I don't think so. Well, that's impossible because 2-1, so how could it be love and 1? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be like Cerundolo. FILS is not going to fall off like Cerundolo. Unfortunately, he did. All right. Back to FILS. As he serves. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes out. 15 love. 15 love. As it a serve into the back end of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz can't get it. 30 love.
This is going to be on tennis TV.
Nice play by FILS. 30 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz as FILS gets another free point. 40 love. All right. Another easy game so far. Has FILS won ATP titles before? Yeah, I'll give you guys, because some of you might not have known about who Arthur FILS is. And you should, because he is going to be... Well, he's going to be somebody you're going to see a lot of, right? Because he's only 20 years old. He is the generation that... He is Alcaraz's generation. So you're going to see him play Alcaraz a lot. You're going to see him play Sinner. You're going to see him a lot. So let's get to know him a little bit. Currently at a career high number 15 in the world. He's coached by Sébastien Grosjean, a player who was a French player from the 2000s. He's 20 years old. He's right-handed with a two-handed backhand. He's already won 3 titles. Now, that's already impressive at 20, but the 3 titles that he's won, his first title was in Lyon in 2023 on the clay. He then won in Hamburg last year against Zverev, which is a 500 event, and beating Zverev in his backyard, that's huge. And then he saved match points to beat Humbert in Japan last year in a 500 event as well. So he's got three titles. 2 of them are ATP 500s, which is one level below this. He's also made a final of Belgium as well, where he lost to Bublik. So he's won 3 out of his 4 finals he's made. He also, in his junior career, made the French Open final back in 2021, lost to Van Asch. So, again, very accomplished junior player. He's also the youngest player to make the quarterfinals of the first 3 1,000 events of the year. So, Indian Wells quarterfinal, Miami quarterfinal are now here. So, he's ticked that box. So, that's who this guy is. He's made the 4th round of Wimbledon. That's his best slam result. Hasn't actually won a match at the French Open yet. He's lost the first round twice at the French Open, which is a little strange. But 4th round of Wimbledon last year, made the 3rd round of Australian Open this year, which is his best result there. And, yeah, only getting better, as we're finding out today. Love 30. He also won the Orange Bowl back in 2020, which is one of the biggest junior events Federer's won that before, Coco Gauff. It's a prestigious junior event. So he won that back in 2020. So that's who Arthur FILS is. He is going to be a problem for Alcaraz in the future, not just today. This guy is legit. He's probably the best French talent since Tsonga. All right, nice drop shot there from Alcaraz, 15-30. Like, he's France's best chance of a slam since Monfils, Tsonga, and Gasquet. That would, because they haven't had too many players in the last 15 years, or young players in the last, since Tsonga, 2008 Tsonga was the last time that they really had a French threat, was when Tsonga came on the scene. As we return now to the forehand of Alcaraz, forehand from FILS on the stretch, goes long, 30-all. So that's who Arthur FILS is. He is King Arthur, the French hope. What about Humbert? Humbert is definitely another French chance, but he doesn't do well at slams, unfortunately, Humbert. Humbert is yet to prove himself at a slam. Whereas FILS has already, I think, done better than Humbert at a slam at 20 years old. So you got to say FILS is ahead of Humbert, at least when it comes to the big events, right? The big 4. And it's 4-4 rally. Alcaraz trying to stay in front here in the second. Backhand goes in the backhand of FILS. FILS in the net. 40-30. Humbert could do well at Wimbledon, though. Yeah, you're right. He is a good grass court guy. All right, advantage. Sorry, 40-30 Alcaraz. (40-30). Alcaraz is staying front in his second set. Serves a fault second serve. Second serve. And the backhand goes in the volley of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS. Oh, straight through Alcaraz, and he says, sorry, but you're in my way. And we get to deuce. And the crowd doesn't know what to react there. They're like, ooh. They're kind of like, did you have to hit it at him? Like, FILS didn't have to hit it at Alcaraz. He could have hit it cross court, and he didn't have to hit it that hard. He said sorry, but he didn't have to hit it there. He's not pulling punches, FILS. I like it. He's not pulling punches. And the crowd were kind of just like, yeah, yay. They don't know how to react. Anyways, FILS gets the deuce. Alcaraz to the backhand. Into the front of FILS. To the front of Alcaraz is FILS. Forehand cross. Alcaraz gets it. But overhits it, and it's advantage Alcaraz. Sorry, advantage FILS. Alcaraz in trouble. Advantage FILS. Advantage FILS to get the break in the second. Serve. Alcaraz serves. Down the tee, FILS chips it back, but no, it was a fault. Second serve. Second serve down the tee, FILS gets it back, but it's in the net. Good second serve. Very good second serve by Alcaraz. Deuce. That was a big second serve for Alcaraz. Deuce. Serve again from Alcaraz. Here's a let. Bit of fault by Alcaraz. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault.
Myself in there.
All right, FILS with a chance to break. Another chance to break. Advantage FILS. And Alcaraz serves. To the back of the FILS. Back in Alcaraz. Get in the back of the FILS. But FILS hits it out. Sorry, hits it in the net. Advantage disappears. Back to deuce. All right, serve again. Down the tee, the back of the FILS. Forehand Alcaraz, a drop shot. FILS going to get there, but hit it wide. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. To stay in front in the second set. He saved all 4 break points so far, Alcaraz, in this set. Hasn't had one yet on his for him. As that goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net. Good hitting from FILS. And we get back to deuce. Back to deuce. As the return goes in the net. From FILS, advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. As Alcaraz wins the game with a smile. First time he's had that all day. 3-2. Alcaraz stays in the lead. That was a tough game. He needed that one too. All right. How we doing, chat? How is everyone going? Big hold for Alcaraz. Yeah, it was. Huge hold. Everyone's already figured out Carlos's game. Okay. Mensik in Miami, now FILS here. Man, I feel bad for the 90s guys. The future is already here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that 90s generation have been skipped. How am I doing? I'm doing great. What's happening in Monte-Carlo? The big dogs are losing. Yeah, look, Monte-Carlo, it seems, post-Rafa, has been... I mean, look, Steph's been the best player at Monte-Carlo since Rafa, which is a little strange. But also, yeah, I mean, it's the first clay court of the year for most players. First clay court of the year for most. Obviously, some players play in February, some players played last week. But yeah, it's a lot of the big dogs. It's their first time from going from hard court to clay court for the season, right? So that's an adjustment, And not to mention this year with Sinner out. We know that the last couple of months with no Sinner has been a bit unpredictable, right? So, that's where we are right now. We're in that kind of unpredictable mode until Sinner comes back and we get some unless he comes back rusty, get some consistency with the big dogs winning all the time again. This is what we're getting. But again, FILS has had a great year. He's had a very solid year. And Alcaraz has had a roller coaster. So this makes perfect sense that this is kind of how it's going. 30-15. As a return from Alcaraz goes in the back of FILS. Alcaraz backhand into the front of FILS. To the back of Alcaraz. Drop shots in the net though. And it's 40-15. 40-15. As Alcaraz misses on the return and nearly smacks that ball into the sky. He's not happy, Alcaraz. Alcaraz is not happy. He's feeling a little frustrated, Carlos. 3-0. Still waiting for the first ace of the match? Yeah, I know, right? But these guys are not really known for their aces, and also it's clay. So you might be waiting a while. Not going to be too many aces on this during the next couple of months. All right, 3-3 as Alcaraz serves. To the back end of FILS. Forehand from Alcaraz. Again to the back end of FILS. And FILS hits it wide. 15 love. Cam, do you think Mensik, Draper, and FILS can eventually reach Sinner and Alcaraz levels? I think so, yeah. I think so. I mean, I don't know about Sinner level, because Sinner's level is so high. I think Sinner might... It's going to be interesting to see Sinner maintain that, if he can maintain that level. Because Sinner's playing at such a high level at the moment that either everybody's going to come up to his level, or he's going to drop a little bit, which allows other players to, win stuff, or he's going to stay at that level and dominate, right? They're the three options. But I think Mensik and Draper and FILS will all lift to that level, yeah. I mean, we're seeing it this year, right? Draper's beaten Alcaraz before. FILS is beating Alcaraz right now. Mensik's beaten Djokovic. Like, we're seeing these young guys do well. So, yeah, I think they will. But, again, at the end of the day, everything that they've done so far doesn't mean shit if you don't beat Sinner. Like, the only difference between the guys you just mentioned and Alcaraz can beat Sinner. And if you want to win titles, you're going to have to beat Sinner. And Alcaraz can do that. That's why he wins titles. You know, he beat Sinner in Roland Garros, right? And he went on to win the title. He beat Sinner in Beijing, won the title, right? So if you want to win titles, you're going to beat Sinner. And Alcaraz can do that. That's why he's different to everybody else right now. All right, 40 love. But it'll be fun to watch, Sinner come back and play Feast or Draper or Mensik. Obviously, Rune's still in that conversation. We all forget about Rune because he hasn't been doing well lately. But Rune is also in that group, right? And proven as well. Rune can beat Sinner. Rune has played Alcaraz, right? Rune is well and truly in that group. Shelton also, yeah. Shelton's got to be mentioned in that group too. All right, 4-3. 4-3. All right, 4-3 to Alcaraz in the second. All right. I don't agree with Shelton. He'll be a serve bot. Well, look, 2 Grand Slam semis would say otherwise. No one can beat Sinner. Stop spitting nonsense. Chat? Did I not say Sinner? What? Hello? What do you mean nonsense? I was saying that the only person that can beat Sinner is Alcaraz, which is just a fact. I mean, go look at the stats, but. Who is he yelling at? All right, 4-3. Hey, Maureen, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate that. Vince.
As a young French fan, it's so nice to have FILS. He does not mess around attitude-wise. French guys from the past were too friendly and unserious.
Yeah, he's not out here to make friends feast, that's for sure. He's got friends. He doesn't need new friends. Thank you for the donation. 15 love. Alcaraz in the net on the return. $15 love. Let's see if Feast can go on to make this really interesting. Chad, I need Dacos to get nine more possessions and then I win breakfast. He's on 29 disposals. I need him to get 6 more. So he needs to kick the ball or handball. He's got the ball right now. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. He needs 5 more. 5 more. It's 8 minutes to go. He needs 5 more. Anyways, volley from Feast. Into the back of Alcaraz. Lob goes up. Feast with the smash. Alcaraz gets it back. Feast with the smash. Puts it away. 30-15. And Feast goes, come on, everybody. I hit that shot. Hey, thank you, SY, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. All right, 30-15. As Feast says a let. Hey, Saida, thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate that. All right, Feast serves again. As return goes out by Alcaraz, 40-15. As a return goes in by Alcaraz, 40-30. 40-30. Serve again. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS. The backhand of Alcaraz. It's FILS forehand into the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Alcaraz hits it out. 4-all. FILS holds. 4-4. 4 games all. Okay. As Alcaraz serves, into the forehand of FILS, return goes wide. 15 love. As the return goes out by FILS, 30 love. Love. As we default, second serve. Second serve. As we forehand from FILS in the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS. Down the line, the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. As we get a backhand again. Into the forehand of FILS. Backhand Alcaraz on the stretch again. Goes out, 30-15. Again, great hitting from FILS. 30-15. As we return out from forehand Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS goes long, and it's 40-15. 40-15. Alcaraz to stay in front. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of FILS. Backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz. As FILS. Forehand goes wide. All right. Alcaraz stays in front. 5-4 second set. All right. FILS forehand has so much venom in it. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, 5-4. Alcaraz in the second. Cam, do you think Sinner will stay number one the whole calendar year, meaning until semi-finals of RG? Yes, I think he'll stay number one for the rest of the year. The next game is going to be really interesting. Scoreboard pressure incoming. Well, yeah, maybe. We'll find out pretty quickly if we're going 3 or if FILS can hold. Is it a dangerous game? Yeah. Yeah. It's been, I mean, nobody's had a break in the second set. been very close. No one's been able to take the break yet. As we return to the forehand of FILS. Volley's too good by FILS. And it's 15-love. $15-love. As Alcaraz hits a return wide, 30-love. $30-love. As FILS serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve as the return goes in. The forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from FILS to the forehand of Alcaraz. As FILS forehand on the stretch. Goes wide. And it's 30-15. Serve again from FILS. There's a fault. Second serve. And the return goes out by Alcaraz, 40-15. As he serves on the tee, the back of Alcaraz, return goes back into FILS. Alcaraz 4 under the stretch. Into the net. FILS 5-5. He levels. 5-all. Angela!
Thanks come for what you do for us all.
Thank you, Angela, for the £50. Holy shit. Can we get some salutes for Angela in the chat? Ridiculous donation. Thank you for the 50. Crazy donation. As Alcaraz says a 5-5. As he serves in the backhand of FILS. Backing up from Alcaraz. The backhand of FILS. Alcaraz the forehand. Slice from FILS. As Alcaraz eventually hits in the net. Love 15. But thank you, Angela. That's very generous. Very generous. Love 15. Serve again. As Alcaraz says a fault, second serve. As FILS hits a return. Oh no, it was a double fault by Alcaraz. All right, love 30. Love 30, chance here for FILS. Serious chance now for FILS to break and then serve the match. As Alcaraz says a fault. Second serve. Second serve is a let. Serve to the forehand of FILS. Return goes to the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS. Forehand cross. Alcaraz gets it, goes down the line. FILS is there with the backhand. As Alcaraz forehand inside out. Again to the backhand of FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz. And Alcaraz in the net. Love 40. FILS to break and serve for the match. Love 40. Alcaraz serves. Grosjean's no longer with FILS. Oh, my bad. They haven't updated that on Wikipedia. Serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Alcaraz. The back and FILS return the net. One saved. 15-40. $15.40. As we just serve again. Is a fault. First serve was a let. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of FILS. Back into Alcaraz goes into the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz forehand. Again to the forehand of FILS on the stretch. Alcaraz backhand. Again to the forehand of FILS. FILS in the net though. And it's 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. Still a chance for FILS to break. 30-40. Alcaraz with another fault. Second serve. Second serve in the back of the FILS. Return goes back into Alcaraz. FILS. Backhand to the forehand of Alcaraz. As FILS hits a forehand inside out. Alcaraz hits there with the backhand. Into the forehand of FILS. As Alcaraz backhand into the forehand again of FILS. Alcaraz in trouble. Backhand down the line goes the forehand of FILS again. As Alcaraz backhand cross. FILS gets with his backhand. Now Alcaraz with the forehand inside out. To the backhand of FILS. Off the tape. To the slice of Alcaraz. As FILS. Forehand inside out is wide.
It's out! It's out!
Alcaraz survives. Deuce. Man, FILS, he went for it. He went for it. He just missed it, but he went for it. All right. Deuce. First serve's a fault by Alcaraz. Second serve. Love 40 was his game. Second serve. Into the forehand. FILS. Forehand from Alcaraz with the forehand of FILS. Slice in the net. Alcaraz advantage. Advantage Alcaraz. To stay in front. Advantage Alcaraz. Serve. As the backhand goes in, the forehand of Alcaraz, it's going to be a drop shot, and that's too good. 6-5 Alcaraz from love 40 down. And he shakes his fist to the crowd. Alcaraz stays in front. FILS going to have to serve to get to the tiebreak. By the way, chat, Dacos had 34 disposals, one less than I needed. I was this close to winning $50. Anyways, Alcaraz has got 6-5. FILS going to serve to stay in the match in the set again. Fun game to watch. This is a fun game to watch. FILS needs to stay composed. Don't let the game get into his head. Yeah, I mean, that last game being love 40, I mean, that one hurts. I don't know who the hell this guy is wearing the hat, but he must be Spanish. Yeah, that last game definitely could mess with Feast for sure, because he has got he could have been serving for the match right now. You know, he could have been serving for the match, but he needs to make sure that he gets to the tiebreak at least. All right. Feast to take us to a second set tiebreak. Serve. Into the fort of Alcaraz. Return goes back to Feast. Alcaraz on the stretch of the backhand. Feast goes down the line, but hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As a default. Second serve. As the backhand return from Alcaraz goes back into Feast. Alcaraz backhand to the backhand of Feast. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz is Feast. Forehand. Goes out. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Alcaraz to steal the set. Love 30. Love 30. As Feast serves. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return to the forehand of Feast. As Alcaraz forehand goes in the net. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the back of the Feast, backhand from Alcaraz. Into the back of the Feast. As Alcaraz backhand to the forehand of Feast. Feast overhits it, 15-40. Alcaraz got 2 set points. 2 set points to take us to a third. 15-40. Alcaraz to steal the set. Serve Feast. There's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Feast. Alcaraz with a slice. Goes in. Feast. Slice down the line. Alcaraz the backhand lob. It's a winner! We're going 3! Alcaraz is getting the second. We're going to a third. Wow. From love 40 down to 5-all. He steals the set with a lob. Signature lob. We're going 3. 7-5. Woo! All right. Feast is going to have to do something special now because this is going to be tough. Mentally, losing that is going to be rough. He had the chance to be up 6-5. He had the chance to get to a tiebreak. And he didn't do either. All right. Ugly set. 8 winners, 19 errors. 6 winners, 17 errors for Feast and for Alcaraz. But this might not be the prettiest match, but it's intense. It is an intense match. All right. This is going to be a mental battle for Feast in the final set here. Mentally, he's going to have to lock in. Also, Alcaraz serving first in the third, too. All right. think FILS is at a disadvantage in the third. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those last two games, they've got to hurt. You wonder if he's going to like start getting a little annoyed. Because he's been pretty cool all day. He hasn't really had any reason to be pissed off. But those last two games might just have annoyed FILS enough. Because FILS, he knows that was a massive chance. Yeah, he did fumble a little bit. All right, let's see what Alcaraz can do to start this third set. Here we go. And that lob. What a way to win the set. It's a backhand lob winner. Woo! Winner of this takes on Davidovich Fokina, who is into the semis. He won pretty easily today. This is intense. Oh, yeah. Very intense. Okay. Alcaraz to serve first in the final set. Who you got winning this, chat? Who's winning this? Let me know. Who you got? Who's winning this final set? It's FILS to backhand. Out. 15 love. 6-4 FILS. Okay. 6-3 Alcaraz in the third. My boy Alcaraz. All right. 6-2 Alcaraz. 4-6 Alcaraz. Everyone's going Alcaraz. A couple of FILS, but mostly Alcaraz. 15 love. As we serve in the back of the FILS. Alcaraz backhand to the back of the FILS. Into the back of Alcaraz. FILS with a forehand. But no, Alcaraz hit it out. 15-0. 15-all. Serve again. There's a forehand from FILS. That goes long. 30-15. See, FILS might just start getting a little bit sloppy too. He might start just trying to like hit his way out of this problem. Which is not the way to go. Serve out wide the back of FILS. FILS in the net. 40-15. All right. Alcaraz has won a lot of points. Serve. Into the back of the FILS. Return goes to front of Alcaraz, who just hits it out. Easy forehand for him, and he just sprays it. Love the new scoreboard. Thank you. I'm glad. 40-30. Who do you want to win, Cam? I mean, probably Alcaraz. I think there'll be more interesting matchups for Alcaraz in the next couple of matches. And also to keep the tournament. I think if Alcaraz loses, I think a lot of people will just like not take Monte-Carlo seriously. So I think for the tournament to be taken seriously, I think Alcaraz kind of needs to be, around. Because everybody else is lost, right? Djokovic is out, Zverev is out. You got Tsitsipas still, but I think for the sake of the tournament, I think the tournament want Alcaraz to stick around. I think a lot of people will not care about this if Alcaraz loses. And it'll be great if FILS won. It'll be great if Dimitrov won or whoever. But yeah, I think Alcaraz, for the sake of the tournament, I think Alcaraz needs to at least make the final. Otherwise, people are going to go, who's in the final? I don't know who they are. So they're not going to bother, unfortunately. And look, Demonor's there, Dimitrov. I mean, there's a lot of people that we know. Musetti, right? But like in terms of like hardcore fans, people won't know much past Alcaraz, I don't think. And also, I think it's going to be very tough for FIS to win this final set. I think Alcaraz is going to have a really bad set, I think, for FIS to win it now. 30 love. It's going to be mentally very tough, and especially serving second. It's going to be a rough one. Uh, 30 love. Serving to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from FIS to the backhand of Alcaraz. And Alcaraz hits it long. 40 love. 40 love. Arian.
Cam is goat common Carlos.
Thank you, Arian, for the donations. And the nice words. 40 love. As we have a backhand now from Alcaraz in the forehand of FIS. Drop shot's good. Alcaraz gets over the slice. FIS with the pass. Oh, good, smart pass by FIS. He didn't hit a hard shot. He hit kind of like a loopy forehand. And Alcaraz couldn't get the volley. It was a tough volley. Okay. 1-1. 1-1. Any updates on Max Purcell's vitamin water ban? He looks like he will get more time than Sinner. It wasn't vitamin water, was it? It was IV bags. And they probably had vitamins in them, but I don't think there was vitamin water. Like, it was IV. He had too much. He had more than the allocated allowed IV recovery treatment, right? Well, see, the thing is, he's on provisional suspension, so that doesn't count as a ban, even though he's not allowed to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll only get more than Sinner if he gets... it sucks because, provisional suspensions, he's had to serve one, whereas other players haven't had to serve them. But, yeah, he's not technically... He's not allowed to play, but he's not suspended officially yet, which is... Yeah, I mean, provisional suspensions are rough. It's a weird grey... Because you're not officially suspended, but you're not allowed to play until we can figure it out. And then if they figure it out and he's allowed to play, then why wasn't he allowed to play? Like, it sucks, right? Yeah. But he did the wrong thing. He dobbed himself in. He reported that hey, I've done something wrong here. So he did the right thing, and maybe he'll get something for that, but yeah, it kind of sucks for him. 3 months is gone already. I know, yeah. I know. Time served is deducted, but yeah, if the time served comes back to be 1 month and he's done 3 months, then he doesn't get 2 months back. They don't compensate him for the months lost, right? Just like Simona Halep, right? She did 2 years and then she did over 2 years and then it turned out to be only 9 months in retroactively, but then she doesn't get that year back. But does she get compensated for that financially? No. So it's just whoops, sorry. It's a rough system. It sucks. It sucks for those players. 30 all here, by the way. So I'm not sure what's going on with Purcell. I know he's training a lot, so he's getting ready to come back, but I don't think there's an official date yet. I'm sure it'll be something like, he'll get told and they'll say, look, you did the wrong thing. Here's the suspension, but you've already done 3 months, so you can play again straight away. So I think Max is probably going to be coming back as soon as they let him. I don't think he'll be banned for unless they suspend him for a year. But I don't think he'll probably get 3 month suspension, maybe 6 months. But he's already served so much time that he'll probably come back. If they give him a 3 month suspension, he'll come back tomorrow. If they hand down the suspension tomorrow, he'll be back straight away. If that makes sense, right? Anyways, 30-40. FIS has got a break point, and he breaks! Alcaraz hit it out. FIS breaks 2-1 final set. All right. Final set goes to... break goes to FIS. Sloppy game by Alcaraz to start the third. All right. Glad to be tuning in. I'm homesick, but still working, and this is the best way to start the morning. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you're feeling better soon. All right. Brooksby had a 13-month suspension, too much, but he came back to perform. Yeah, but he was suspended for a different reason. He wasn't suspended because he got tested positive for anything. He got suspended because he didn't check in. Like he didn't tell them where he was going to be, and you get 3 strikes for that. Like if you got to check in with WADA or whoever, the ITIA. You got to tell them, hey, I'm going to be training in Florida, during these times. So you've got to tell them where you're going to be at all times so they can test you whenever they want. Because if you tell them, hey, I'm going to be at home in wherever, and then you end up going somewhere else because you're training in some other place, and then they rock up to your house, you're not there. You get 3. I think it's 3 chances, and if you get 3 strikes, and if you miss all 3 strikes, if you miss all 3 tests, you get banned, and that's what happened to Brooksby. Yeah, out of competition test. Yeah. So he's got to tell them where he's going to be, and so they can come and find him and test him at random times during the year, right? And he wasn't around, or he didn't check in. He didn't tell them where he's going to be, and he did that 3 times, and then you do it 3 times, you're out, and you get suspended for a year, right? 15 love. There's FILS with the break in the final set. It's like being on parole. Yeah, all the players are on parole at all times. 15 love. There's a bit of fault from FILS. Second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS with the forehand shanked and long. 15-all. They reduced Brooksby's because there was more at play. He shouldn't have been banned, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know exactly the ins and outs of the Brooksby case. So he was banned for 2 years, was he? And then they reduced it or something? What was the deal? As we return now to the forehand of FILS. FILS in the net, 15-30. 15-30. Almost 2 hours played. A chance for Alcaraz to break back. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand out from FILS goes wide. 15-40. To get back the break straight away. $15.40. Serve again. Into the back of Alcaraz forehand from FILS. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Goes in the forehand of FILS, who hits an inside-out winner. Ooh, that's a good shot. 30-40. Huge forehand winner. 30-40. 30-40. Still break point for Alcaraz to get back on serve. Great serve by FILS. And he shouts out after that one as well. We get the deuce. Huge serve by FILS. He's feeling the tension a little bit, I think. Big shout. Back to deuce. Serve again from FILS. To the back of Alcaraz. FILS with the forehand. To the forehand of Alcaraz. It's FILS with the forehand on the stretch. Alcaraz hits it long. Advantage FILS. To stay up the break. In this final set. All right, FILS serves. Into the body, but it's a let. There was a let. Umpire confirms. Serve again from FILS. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Return to the backhand of FILS. Alcaraz backhand. Again, the backhand of FILS. Down the line of the forehand of Alcaraz. FILS. Forehand cross. Alcaraz gets it. Into the forehand of FILS, who hits it wide. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. This feels like a huge game. As the return goes in the forehand of FILS. Forehand from Alcaraz in the net. Advantage FILS to get to 3-1 final set. Cam saying that no one but Alcaraz can beat him. Several people defeated the greats, so I am not sure why people are acting like Sinner will win every tournament until he retires. Okay. Advantage FILS. As with a serve. And the return goes in the forehand of FILS. Forehand from Alcaraz in the open court's good. FILS is the drop shot winner, though.
This is gonna be on Tennis TV, bro.
That was created by FILS. And he gets a 3-1 in the final set. By the way, we've got Dimitrov taking on Dimitrov straight after this. And then Tsitsipas Musetti after that. Okay. Nice work by FILS. Good hands at the net, too. That drop shot was crazy. Like, that was that had to be good. All right. 3-1 FILS, final set. As the return goes out by FILS. 15 love. 15 love. Why are all the Sinner haters here? Cry somewhere else? Yeah. 15 love. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. FILS is pumped up. Yeah. Remember, these guys have never played before. First time they're meeting each other in a match for the first time ever. First time. Drop shot by Slice Alcaraz. Then FILS goes down the line, but it's wide. 30 love. 30 love. I guess calling out corruption means you're crying. It does. I guess. 30 love. Ace. 40 love. $40 love. $40 love. Serve again. Ace down the tee, all right. Alcaraz survives. And it's 3-2 FILS with a break in the final set. How are we doing, chat? By the way, chat, where are we watching from? I haven't asked that this week. Where are we watching from? Where are we watching Monte Carlo from? FILS still needs to hold 3 games. He does. We've got Melbourne, Newport, Maryland, Italy, Augusta. Is that real? Milano, Sydney, Argentina, Florida, UK, DC, Lebanon, South Africa, Paris, Brisbane, Amsterdam, Pennsylvania, London, JC. We've got Seattle. We've got Stuttgart. We've got India in the house. Sweden. Oh, you're at the Masters this week. Nice. Well, go Cam Smith. Make sure he wins. Liverpool in the house. We've got Mexico City, Toronto, Vegas, Singapore. A lot of people from India in the house. How are we doing? Or the same person from India just spamming. Philippines, Adelaide, Switzerland, Melbourne, Stockholm, Dublin, Jamaica, Pakistan, Spain. Now the guy spamming is from Mars, apparently. Okay, cool. Make up your mind. Trinidad and Tobago, Sweden, Botswana, Bristol, Germany, Algeria, Greenland, Cyprus, nice, France. All right, 3-2 Feast with the break of the final set as we return now to the corner Feast. Feast in the net, love 15. Love 15. Love 15. All right, Feast serves again. Down the tee is a fault, second serve. Double fault. Oof, love 30.
Get myself in there.
Oof. Love 30. As a return from Alcaraz, that goes out. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve in the back of Alcaraz. 4-0 from Feast. The back of Alcaraz is Feast with a forehand down the line. Alcaraz gets it on the stretch, but it's in the net. 30-all. 30-all. All. Feast serves again. Trying to hang on to that break. He serves a fault. Second serve. Have we ever been to India? No. But it's on my list. It's on my list. Serving to the front of Alcaraz. Return goes into the front of Feast. Alcaraz backhand. Into the slice of Feast. Alcaraz comes in with an easy volley. 30-40. 30-40, Alcaraz to get the break back. 30-40. To break back. Feast had break points to save in the last game. So there's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Goes into the foot of Alcaraz, return the back of the Feast. Feast in the net, Alcaraz breaks back. And Feast is starting to get chirpy. 3-all. Final set. God, that one's going to hurt. 3-3. Alcaraz is back. God, don't you love it when a match lives up to the hype? Cam, is Kazakhini your neighbor? No. All right, 3-all. There's a default second serve. Second serve. Feast taking out on his towel. Yeah, he's getting pissed off, Feast. Alcaraz double faults, though.
Get myself in there.
Boo, Alcaraz. Okay, calm down. All right. Love 15. Love 15. Alcaraz serves again. And the backhand goes in the front of Feast. Front from Alcaraz. Again, the front of Feast. There's Alcaraz forehand again to the forehand of FILS. The backhand of Alcaraz. FILS backhand. Slice now from Alcaraz. Goes into the forehand again of FILS. Alcaraz slices it back. FILS. Forehand again to the forehand of Alcaraz. As FILS forehand is a winner. Love 30. Damn, FILS can return well. When he's playing well, FILS is crazy. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As Alcaraz serves again. A let. Serve again. Serve as a fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of FILS return. To the back of Alcaraz. FILS forehand is long. He went for it. 15-30. 15-30. Chat, give me a name who you think is going to win from now on. Right now, quick, go. Give me a name. Who's going to win? Just a name. From 3-all right now. Forehand on the stretch from Alcaraz. Goes in the forehand of FILS. Alcaraz backhand. And FILS can't get it. Well, he can, but he hits it wide. 30-all. Carlos, Alcaraz, FILS. FILS, Carlos. I've got $8,000 on FILS. That's not what I asked. Alcaraz, Carlos, Alcaraz, 6-3. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Good answer. Good answer. All right. 30-all, 3-all. Poll time? Nah. No time for that. Second serve. Lakers in 5. Okay. All right. Backhand goes in. The backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand for FILS. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz. It's FILS with the forehand. To the backhand again of Alcaraz. Who hits it down line for a winner. 40-30. Alcaraz is get back in front. Alcaraz didn't even react to that amazing backhand. 40-30. The Rockies won yesterday. Wait, did they? Shit, I'm a fake fan. Hang on. Did we? Anyways, Alcaraz with a foul. Second serve. Oh, shit, we did. We won 7-2. Let's go. Anyways, drop shot goes in the forehand of FILS. Backhand of Alcaraz is a pass. It's a lob. FILS with a smash goes in the net. 4-3 Alcaraz. He's back, baby. He's back in front. Hell yeah, we won 7-2. Let's go. Also, we're playing tomorrow against the Padres. Are they good? Are the Padres any good? Are they shit? Are they terrible? Can we beat them? Hell yeah. Yeah, get stuffed, Brewers. Haha. Is that a third win in the day of the season? Padres are really good? Shit. Damn it. Why? Why'd you say that? Was that our second win of the year or third? Third win, right? We've had 3 wins. Haven't we had 3? Or is that 2? Is that our second win? Let's go. Let's go. We're making a comeback. Oh, the Padres are 10-3. So even better when we beat them. Let's go. Let's go. Is that third win? Let's go. I'm in a Rockies jersey. I just need to figure out how to find them because they're not in Australia. Apparently the Colorado Rockies are not that popular in Australia, so I can't find a shirt. But I'll get one. I'll represent my team. Okay. Alcaraz got the lead 4-3. He was down 3-1. All right. 4-3 Alcaraz. His face serves a fault. Second serve. Why is Cam a Rockies fan? Because of destiny. Anyways, 4-4 rally. And that goes wide by face left 15. I'm a Rockies fan because the wheel of destiny. Good excuse to go make a trip to America for the US Open and then get a Rockies jersey that way. Yeah, look, I got to be honest. I don't think I want to go to America right now. I'm good. I think I'll stay home. Love 15. I'm going to wait. As we're just slicing down the backhand of Feast. Backhand now slice from Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Feast. Alcaraz backhand. Into the forehand of Feast, but Alcaraz hits it out. 15-all. Yeah, I'm just going to stay home. Real question is, why is Cam a Duke fan? Why not? Don't bring it up. I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. 15-all. As the return goes in, the forehand of Feast. Backhand goes in from Alcaraz. Feast gets it back. Alcaraz with the backhand. Feast recovers with the backhand into the forehand of Alcaraz. Now Feast with the slice. Down the line winner. Lovely rally by Feast.
This is gonna be
just crazy defense. And Alcaraz, he's like, you got me. 30-15. Crazy rally by Feast. Alcaraz threw everything at him. Can I send you a Rockies jersey? Any particular player, send to the PO box? You don't have to do that. It's all right. I don't know any players, to be honest. So I'll just going to get a plain one. But the shipping fees are insane. Who would have thought the shipping fees from America to Australia were insane? Who would have thought? As Feast hits a wide 30-all. Don't worry, Cam. Duke fans are real fans. Yeah. All right. Return goes into the net from Alcaraz. 40-30. Nice rally from... Nice serve. Hey, Justin Ennen's in the house. Justin Ennen. Chat. Legend. Clay Queen, chat. She's a Clay Queen. Great player. We love... Well, I watched her. I don't know if you guys did, but I loved watching her back in the day. She had a backhand. Whoo! Crazy. She was Serena's problem. Big time. 40-30. As the return goes in, the forehand of Feast. Forehand from Alcaraz in the forehand of Feast. Feast hits it wide. We get the deuce. We get back to deuce. Feast was up 3-1 in this final set. All right. We get the deuce. Feast serves a let. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the forehand of Feast. Alcaraz backhand. Goes into the forehand of Feast. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Feast. Backhand in the net. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz to take the break and serve for the match. Advantage Alcaraz. God, from that 5-all love 40 game chat, that was it. That's where Feast had it. As he serves another fault, Feast. Second serve. Second serve, the backhand of Alcaraz return. Into the floor to Feast. Feast in the net. Alcaraz going to serve the match. Feast's racket's gone to the ground. He snapped it in half. That racket is dead. Gone. That racket is gone. Give that racket to someone in the front row. It's a souvenir. That's a piece of trash. That racket's in the bin. 5-3. Alcaraz going to serve the match. Man. No wonder. Oh, look, Feast should be pissed. He was up 3-1. And that racket... he went... he took the racket back. He's like, I'm going to stop, take a photo, smash. He was posing. He was... Bang. All right, 5-3. Alcaraz serving the match to make the semis. Where are they, chat? Where are they now, hey? Where are they now? Where are they now? Huh? Where are they now? Hello? Where are you? Where'd you go? 5-3. As the return goes in the forward of Alcaraz. Backhand for Feast. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. As Feast backhand, the forward of Alcaraz. Feast. Backhand on the stretch. Alcaraz gets it. It's Feast forehand. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Feast again with a forehand. Goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. It's Feast. With a forehand again. Alcaraz gets it. Feast. Down the middle. Alcaraz backhand cross. Feast gets it with a slice, but it's in the net. 15-love. 15-love. 3 points away to take on Fokina tomorrow. 15-love. 15-love. Alcaraz serves again. Three points away. Serve. Is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. The front of Feast. Return the back of Alcaraz. Drop shot's good. Feast's going to get there. And hit a drop shot back. Alcaraz gets it with a slice lob. Feast's going to have to run back, but Alcaraz hit it long. 15 all. 15 all. Just missed that lob. Feast would have had to hit a tweener. By the way, is Greg's here? Where's Smith? When's Smith teeing off? Is he teeing off early or late? As the return goes to the front of Alcaraz, Alcaraz hits a winner 30-15. Just relax, everybody. Just relax. It's okay. It was never in doubt, chat. 30-15. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, chat. Never in doubt. 30-15. Alcaraz serves again. To the back of the Feast. Return the net. 40-15. Match points. Match points for Carlos Alcaraz to get the win. And to play Davidovich Fokina tomorrow and keep the Monte-Carlo dream alive. Alcaraz serves. Into the forehand of Feast. Forehand from Alcaraz goes to the forehand of Feast. Alcaraz forehand slice. Feast on the attack, but he hits a slice in the net instead. Chat. He is him! He is him! You don't forget it. You don't forget it. Alcaraz is him. You don't doubt this man. He's won 4 Grand Slams in 4 finals. He's won 5 1,000 events in 6 finals, and the only other one was to Djokovic that he lost by the match point. He is him. He's 21 years old, and no one can beat him. That's younger than him, all right? Some people can, but not younger. If you're younger than Alcaraz, you got no chance. Just hang it up, buddy. All right? GG's. And he's into the semi-finals. He's going to take on Fokina, who is older than him, so that's that. I don't know if that matters. All right. GG's. Never in doubt, chat. Azza.
My condolences to Jean, who was rooting for FILS.
I'll tell you this, though. Feast played a hell of a match. A hell of a match. The quality of that match was, blah, blah, blah. But Feast mentally, he's just slightly behind, right? With all these guys. Yeah, it's just that love 40 point, the love 40 game at 5-all. He doesn't break and then he gets broken, right? He's up 3-1 in the final set. He gets broken back and he just doesn't take those chances. That's okay. He's only 20 years old. He will get another chance. It's his first time playing Alcaraz. He'll learn. He'll be better for this, FILS. He will be better. But Alcaraz, all those shit talkers who were saying, oh, Alcaraz sucks, blah, blah, blah. This is why Alcaraz won the match, because he has the experience that FILS is lacking at the moment. FILS will be better for this, but Alcaraz is him. And I don't want to hear any nonsense about, oh, Alcaraz he's not even that good. Blah, 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 blah. Go check your stats and then come back and tell me he's not good. All right? I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of all these people coming in and being like, Alcaraz is not even that good. He is good. He's going to win another slam. Where's that loser that came in and was like, oh, Cam doesn't get anything right? Okay, where are you now, buddy? You're not even here, buddy. All right? You can all calm down. Alcaraz is him. Now, next match, we've got Demonor. You think I'm going to relax for the next match? Hell no, you're wrong. We've got Demonor taking on Dimitrov. We're going to figure out who's going to win in the top half of the draw because the bottom half is set. We've got Alcaraz and we have Fokina. Spanish final. Someone's making the final from Spain. Spanish in the final. Spaniard in the final. Who's it going to be? We'll find out tomorrow. Watch that anyway. Jump on over, talk about yourselves. I need to lie down and grab a coffee. But I'll be back, or a tea. I'll be back. About 5 minutes. 4-6, 7-5, 6-3. Alcaraz fights back against FILS. I'll tell you this. I know they're going to play... Oh, hello. I know they're going to play plenty more times in the future. Hopefully a better quality match in the future, because it wasn't great quality, but it was intense. And we love the intensity of these kind of clashes. FILS will be better for this. He will be better, but it's a hard lesson to learn. Alcaraz wins. He's into the semis. See you soon.